Hi. Okay, so I've seen several videos of people leaving a message to their younger self. And I thought, oh my God, that's a good idea. I should do that. And guess what? Here I am. This video is all about the message to my younger self. And if we're gonna be really honest, it's actually a message to my boys. So if you want to hear my message to my younger self, hit subscribe right there. Click. Gotta help me out, man. Right? Okay, what is my message? It's really simple. And I really thought about this because there are so many things that I could have told my younger self that probably would have saved me a lot of trouble. But I thought, what one would I pick? And here it is. Here is the message that I give my younger self. Hey, Katie, life doesn't have to be that hard. It's true. Life doesn't have to be hard. Life isn't hard. Oh my goodness. Knowing what I know now, being the adult Catherine, I've realized that life isn't hard. We don't have to live that way. Life doesn't have to be a fight. It really doesn't. We just gotta make that shift. And this is what I've been struggling with. Really, I've been struggling because I now know, although I kind of knew, I know that we operate like 95% in our subconscious. That means we have no real conscious knowledge, awareness that we're responding the way that we do before we do. And believe me, I've had some reactions that have even surprised me. And I didn't even know where it came from. So I get it. I really do. So we operate 95% in our subconscious. That leaves our 5% of our conscious, of our awareness. Okay. Now, what the really shitty thing is, the thing that's actually really pissing me off is that the information that's in my subconscious is not even my shit, right? It is the beliefs, the fears, the opinions of other people, especially in my early years. Well, that's bullshit. That actually kind of pisses me off. I made the choice not to associate with the past for reasons, and yet it's still there, dictating how I feel and how I see life. Not cool. Now that I'm really fully aware of this, that's got to change. Okay, so you guys have been watching the videos where, I'm trying to do affirmations, and that whole affirmation about life is easy. My life is easy. I live my life with ease. Life doesn't have to be hard. A friend of mine said it very well. So well, I told her I was going to steal it. And she said, I go through hard things with ease. I go through hard things with ease. I go through hard things. Now my logical mind comes in, right? And I've got all this evidence about that's not ease, what you went through. Okay, fair. Logical mind does need facts. Fair enough. But I got through it. I survived it. I survived when a lot of people thought I was like dead and gone. But I survived. That tells me something. So it may not have been ease, but I survived it. It always works out in the end. That's something I used to hear all the time. It used to piss me off. Really? Well, it's not the end. Like, oh my goodness, how long until the end? Seriously, I was waiting for the end to see if it would get better. But now I realize that the end isn't necessarily, dead end. But the end could also be different. It always works out, but not always the way that you hoped, wanted, desired, outcome, whatever, right? But it works out. And if it doesn't work out the way you wanted it to, it works out differently. But different's not bad, right? Different's just different. Sometimes it takes a little while to get used to it. And if I really look back, even the way it ended was always for the good. Always for my greater good. You hear that, little girl? It always works out for your greater good. Allow for that. The universe knows. Huh, that's another thing I would be telling my little person of me. Oh my goodness, the universe hears and sees everything. Ah. Right? So be careful what you think and what you say, because it's being heard. And then the universe is so gracious and giving and abundant, it gives you what it thinks that you want because you said it, because you feel it. But that's a whole other video. The point is, life doesn't have to be hard. We can choose to have it easy. Really, if you think about it. If we can choose to be happy, we can choose to have an easy life. And so, if you do actions in your life that make it easy, then your body, brain is going to think that that's the way it is, and then the universe sends it all to you. And then it does actually happen, which is what they call manifesting, right? So, we've got to switch that mindset. And we got to say, you know what? Life isn't hard. Life is easy. Things come easily to me. They actually really do. It's sometimes I resist the easiness. That's where all the trouble comes in. When I resist it. When I'm suspicious of it. Why, that came a little too easily. What is the catch? There you go. Oh my goodness. And then you go back to your subconscious, because that's your early experiences. You know, nothing is given out of good and love. There's always a catch. And it's usually a very painful one. And so then you learn not to trust. Oh my goodness, I just had an aha. Yeah. So, the message to my little self, you know, life isn't hard. Just know you got this. The things come easily to you. It really does. Allow for it. The universe always is out there fighting for you. It's got your back. Believe it or not, rooting for you. It's not going to set you up to fail. Just like that little voice. You know that little voice. Listen to her. That little voice actually has a connection to the source. Oh my goodness. Why wouldn't you listen to your intuition when you actually realize that the information it's giving you comes from the source of knows everything? That's pretty good, valuable information. I think that's legit. We can trust that, right? So, again, my message to the younger me, life isn't hard. Not at all, my dear. Don't fight it. Embrace it. Because it really does all work out in the end. Way better than you actually ever thought it would. So there you go. Now, my boys, think about that. It's our thoughts. Your thoughts actually create your reality. And if you believe that life is hard because you heard that growing up, it doesn't have to be. Look at your life. It comes with ease. Everything always falls into place. It always works out in the end. Maybe not right when you want it to, but it always works out in your greater good. That I know to be truth.